So naturally, one of the things you're going to need to do with a content management system is manage some content. We're going to look at a real life example here that Greg is going to have to do soon. Greg is going to be moving a website into WordPress for the first time. If you have to do this, one of the first things you might want to check out is the WordPress native import tools. It may just be that you will have a really easy time of doing this. If you are on a platform like Blogger or Tumblr, or maybe a WordPress.com installation that you're moving to WordPress.org, you would come to this import tool and it will be able to pull stuff in. Greg may be able to do RSS, but I doubt it. And for the sake of the interest of this video, we'll just say that he can't. What I'll often do, and this is particularly on a lot of the new build WordPress sites, is, well, first you have to look at all the content we're going to need. And in this example, we're going to look at the Harvest Oakville Bible Chapel website. It's quite an extensive site. There's a lot of pages to it. Not sure why, but there's a quick menu up here as well. If I knew I had to create all these pages, I actually know that I also don't have to do all of the content entry because I work on a team where I would be sort of developing the theme and somebody else is going to come in and do the content. But for me to develop the theme, I often need to build the pages just to have the navigation work. Rather than go one page at a time and do all the entry, I actually try to snowball it as quick as I can. So what I would do as my first steps is create some of the pages. Kind of wish this server was a little bit faster. All right, here we go. So first I'm going to do the About Harvest. I'm an amazingly fast typer. And content will go here. That's pretty much all we need to do to publish this page right now and to have it ready for somebody else to do content. But I'm going to actually also set an order here. Now, if we look at the hierarchy on this site, we see About is the second thing. And it might be tempting to then just give that an order of 2. But in my experience, if you want to be lazy for later, I think it's a better idea to leave a little bit of space between that. So what I'm proposing you do is home would be 0, About would be 100, New would be 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. And then if you ever need to stick a new item between these two, you could make it like 350. It just makes it a little easier to shimmy those pages in there. Lazy is good. So we've got a page of 100. We'll just publish that. Now I'm going to add a second page, and I'm just going to click Add New here, and I'm going to do Campus and Directions this time. Promise you I won't do all of these pages. Here we go. Now this time, because this is going to be, well, we want this one to be a child of the About page. So just down here, I'm going to pick About Harvest as the parent. So this is going to make it work out in the hierarchy. Some themes will actually make drop-down menus automatically out of this. And then the order here it's different. I think if I said the order is 1, it's not going to come before About Harvest because it's a child page. But I will make it 102 just because I like to keep them all together. I'm going to publish that. That's all we're going to do for now. I'm going to go back to the page listings, and I'll now see that I have 3 pages, and it's very nice. It's got a little indent here to show an association. And another super helpful thing is you could do a quick edit and you could change the order here, change the parent here. I'm going to just hit cancel. I could select multiple pages and then do a bulk edit. And then from here I could choose a new parent or template, turn off comments, stuff like that. Pretty handy. So I would go through first, create all my top level pages, maybe some of the drop down pages if I was styling that. And even if I was doing the content entry myself, I would do all that creation first, sort of do all those steps. You could almost get into a little bit of an autopilot flow there, and so good to work smart in the least complicated way. Then if I was doing the content, I would actually work with a lot of tabs. So say I had some copy decks open, I would just start opening in new tabs, come to the About page, and then let's say this is my copy deck, if that's in Word or if that's in another browser, I can actually just copy from one page over to the other. I promise I'll make the next video on my local server. So I'm going to paste that in. The back end is somewhat responsive, but it needs to just be a touch wider than what I've got it at. Bam, so this page is ready to go. I'm going to hit update there. One of the really handy things that WordPress does is it keeps revisions. If I come up to screen options, so we've just made an update, but if we did something in error, well. Let me think, what could be happening here? I just updated to WordPress 3.6, and of course they just moved it down to here. So this revisions tracker it actually compares all the versions of this page that have ever been. They're pretty simple, similar to tell apart here, but it would actually highlight in red, I believe, just the words that are changed. And I haven't actually used it. Here's the timeline. That's kind of cool. This is all new to this version of WordPress. Yeah. And then the one extra step to managing content for our theme will be menus. So let's just see what this theme is doing just on its own. Okay. So we can see it's automatically adding pages. If we added 300 pages right now, that would obviously be a problem. This navigation would break. So let's get rid of that sample page and just take a little bit more control. There's going to be pages that we don't want showing up there, like privacy policy and legal and little orphan campaign pages. So I'm going to go to appearance and then menus, and we're going to create a new primary menu. Okay, might be taking a stab at it here. This is another area of WordPress that's just been updated. I'm going to expand this and remove it. I believe I'm just going to slide that in there as a child. Hit save. And we're going to set that as theme location as the navigation menu and hit save. Now, even though I've never done it in that way before, I'm going to hit refresh, and I'm confident. Home, about harvest, and directions. So that's just a little bit about the content entry and organization aspect of WordPress.